I'm going to share something with you that I found in a Ship 24 scrapbook. Back about 15 years ago, I wrote a poem for, describing Chris's role in Ship 24. Now, you have to remember my experience. I worked for a shipping company, and we had a company magazine, and they would publish various things that were articles and stuff that were submitted by the company employees. One of which was uh, a humorous poem titled "The Mate," and it was honoring those overworked and underrecognized chief officers in the Stolt tanker fleet. Well, I got looking at this and thought, oh, this just fits Chris to a T. So I went to work, and this is what I came up with. If the jolly boat starts to sink, call the mate. If the skipper goes to bed and you need to use the head, if your batteries are dead, call the mate. If the generator inhales a blanket, call the mate. If the ensign rams the bulkhead, call the mate. If the wind fails to blow and the scouts refuse to row, if the anchor won't hold, call the mate. If you hear running water, call the mate. If your bait spoils in the van, call the mate. Uh, if the trailer starts to tilt and the boat comes adrift, if your hat goes in the drink, call the mate. If you want to learn to cook, call the mate. If you've lost your book, call the mate. If the bosun can't sew a seam and the yeoman has a bad dream, if the game warden comes abeam, call the mate. If you want the crew to muster, call the mate. If the binnacle has lost its luster, call the mate. If the outboard goes overboard while the skipper's gone ashore, if you're looking for a grapnel, call the mate. Yeah, if you have any problem, call the mate. No matter how much trouble, call the mate. And that poor old Marine can never leave the scene. Thank God I'm the skipper and not the mate. After I got through reading this to our Sea Scouts, and when Chris Levitt quit laughing, uh, he turned around and said, and it's all true. And it was. Every single line in there was describing an event that had happened to us in our association. So, with that, I bid I bid you adieu. I bid you a wonderful time to get to reminisce and share stories about Chris. And thank you for the opportunity for being able to share some of my memories.